Did you know that 96% of your daily decisions are not made consciously? And that most likely, the life you have today was shaped by invisible patterns you don't even notice? Now think, how many times have you tried to change a habit or achieve a goal and still ended up falling back into your old ways? What if I told you that it's not your fault, but the fault of your paradigms? What would happen if you could reprogram those invisible patterns and create the life you truly want? Today, I'm going to show you how paradigms, those invisible systems of beliefs and habits, control your reality, and more importantly, how to change those paradigms by applying the method taught by Bob Proctor to transform any area of your life. If you feel stuck, if you keep repeating the same cycles despite trying to change, stay with me until the end, because this knowledge could literally change your destiny. In this video, you'll discover what paradigms really are. They're not just limiting beliefs like many people say out there, how they shape your life without you realizing it, how to identify a limiting paradigm, and the step-by-step process to start reprogramming your mind today. I'll bring practical examples and tips you can start applying right now, even if you've never heard of paradigms before. Now tell me this, have you ever promised yourself that this time it would be different, that you were going to save money, change jobs, get in shape, improve your relationships, but ended up exactly where you started? Have you ever felt like there's an invisible force pulling you back into the known zone? If so, don't worry. Today you'll realize that the problem was never a lack of willpower, discipline, or talent. What was holding you back were paradigms. And when you change the paradigm, you change your world. Here's a preview of what we'll explore together. First, what a paradigm actually is. Then how it governs your thoughts, feelings, and actions. How to identify a limiting paradigm in your own life. And finally, the 3-step method to reprogram it in a practical and conscious way. Let's go. A paradigm is a set of habits, beliefs, behavior patterns, and emotional conditionings deeply lodged in your subconscious. And the most surprising part, these paradigms weren't consciously chosen by you. They were formed in your childhood based on what you saw, heard, and absorbed from your caregivers, school, society, the media, and they're still running the show today. That's why you can consciously want something new, but unconsciously, your body and mind are programmed to repeat the old pattern. Think of a paradigm like your phone's operating system. You can install new apps, change the wallpaper, but if the system isn't updated, you'll still be limited by the same old functions. In the same way, you can change jobs, move cities, even change relationships. But if your internal paradigm doesn't change, you'll keep attracting the same situations in new settings. Bob Proctor learned this the hard way. At 26, he was working average jobs, buried in debt, and had no real prospects. Then someone gave him a book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. But more important than the book itself was the realization he had. It wasn't enough to want change. He had to change his paradigm. So how exactly do paradigms govern your life? Your paradigms determine your automatic thoughts, your dominant emotions, your reactions to challenges, your daily habits, your success or failure patterns. It's like a silent program running in the background of your mind 24/7. For example, a person might study entrepreneurship, read books, take courses, but if deep down they carry the paradigm that starting a business is risky or money is hard to earn, they'll unconsciously create situations that sabotage their progress. Or someone who wants a healthy relationship but carries a paradigm of I'm not good enough will end up attracting partners that reinforce that belief, or sabotaging relationships that could have worked. So, how can you identify a limiting paradigm in your life? First clue, look at your repeated results. Where do you keep hitting the same wall? It might be in your finances, relationships, health, or self-confidence. Second clue, pay attention to your self-image. How do you see yourself? The person you perceive inside is who you're becoming on the outside. Third clue, observe how you react to new opportunities. If something inside you always responds with fear, doubt, or rejection, That's a strong sign that an old paradigm is in control. Now, here's what really matters: how to change the paradigm. Here's the 3-step method straight from Bob Proctor's teachings. First, clarity. You must define exactly what you want. Your focus cannot be on what you don't want, but on what you do want to create. Don't say, "I want to get out of debt." Say, "I want to build a prosperous, free, and abundant financial life." Old paradigms aren't erased by force, they're replaced by newer, stronger ones. Second, repetition, emotion. The new idea must be planted in the subconscious through constant repetition and emotional intensity. Write your new belief, affirm it every day, visualize yourself already living that new reality, and most importantly, feel the joy, enthusiasm, and gratitude as if it's already happening. For example, if you want prosperity, it's not enough to say, "I want to earn more." You must feel the energy of abundance every single day, as if it's already your natural state. Third, consistent action. Every small action in the physical world reinforces the new paradigm. Want to change your financial life? Start managing your money better, even if it's just a little. Want to improve your health? Begin with small daily improvements. Each action is like laying another brick in the construction of your new identity. And remember, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It accepts whatever you repeat to it with emotion day after day, so insist. Even if at first it feels strange or fake, keep going. Because the moment your new paradigm becomes stronger than the old one, the change you desire will happen naturally, and even surprisingly. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a reflection. If you truly believed that everything you desire is already possible for you, what action would you take today? What decision would you stop postponing? What opportunity would you finally embrace? Now tell me in the comments, which paradigm do you believe is holding you back the most right now? Answer it. I want to read your response. And who knows, maybe I'll create a video to help you work through it. If this video helped you see your life in a new way, like it, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel. In upcoming videos, we'll dive even deeper into methods for mental reprogramming and accelerated success based on Bob Proctor's greatest teachings. Remember, you were born to be abundant. You just need to remember who you truly are. See you in the next video.